Let's start off with this volcanic ash cloud, which has created quite a lot of havoc, even in Kenya. Millions of dollars, of course, taken away from the Kenyan economy, horticulture coming under significant pressure. But we are hearing that Kenya Airways is starting to fly back to Amsterdam, Paris, and of course to the UK as well.
Thank you, Eleni. That's true. The volcano incident in Iceland has really dealt a sharp blow to the Kenyan economy. We've had the Fresh Produce Exporters Association of Kenya record a $3 million loss per day. They claim every day they have at least 1,000 tons shipped out of the country to Europe, and especially so now because in the European market we have the winter season, and the demand for these goods has really gone up. We also have close to 5,000 flour workers laid off amidst fears that this problem may delay. KQ, that you saw mentioned, has also recorded a $1 million loss per day. And we could have subsequent gas emissions, hopefully not. But this indeed has affected the market negatively.
Of course, Robert, when you take a look at the overall impact on Kenya's economy, what kind of numbers are we talking about here when you take a look at the kind of revenues that these key sectors are losing out on? Do you think that it's going to have a negative impact on the overall GDP number, or do you think it's going to be recouped down the line?
That's a good question, and it depends really on how long the problem will persist. The last time this incident occurred, we've had subsequent emissions lasting for 2 years. We hope this will not be the case this time. And indeed, we've had three major sectors affected by this. We've had the airline industry, specifically the national carrier KQ, record losses. We've also had the horticultural industry, which contributes to a large portion of Kenya's GDP affected by this. We've also had, down at the coast, we've had the tourist industry affected because most hotels, one of them being the Serena Block hotels, saying their tourists have been held up abroad. We've had a lot of money held up in form of tourism coming into the country. So yes, I hope the problem does not persist, and we look to have it end by maybe this week or the next.
Well, turning our attention now to Bamburi Cement, which has made a few headlines in terms of what we've been seeing on the equity front. Massive volumes coming through into this company. We know this company came out with some strong earnings, but it's quite interesting to see that foreigners are starting to offload Bamburi Cement and perhaps locking in some profits. Why do you think that this trend has emerged?
Bamburi, I would first say, by no means is an unstable stock. It's a blue chip by all standards. It has no extensive liabilities. It pays dividends regularly. So we should not expect any dip further below the 185 shilling mark. As for the foreign investors, the trades taking place, a huge proportion of this was foreign investors, recording over 500,000 shares traded yesterday. And this could be seen as an exit strategy and not so much as a long-term dent on the stock. And we expect the price to rally further up and even over the 109 shilling mark soon.
Looking at KCB, a company that continues to also lose ground. In fact, we've been talking about it all week. Rights offer it's set to be imminent as well. There's a lot of concern about a loss in terms of value, dilution of value. But on the other end, we keep hearing that it's a company that is offering value in terms of its share price.
Yes. KCB is having the second rights issue in less than 2 years' time. They're looking to raise about 15 billion shillings for for regional expansion, and we expect this time to have a much more discounted rate for the rights issue. And the bank, by all means, is doing well. We should expect shareholders looking to invest in this stock to get in with a long-term outlook. By long-term, I mean outlook of 1 year and over, and the returns are expected to be good. And currently the stock price is very affordable, trading at Kenya shillings 22. So it should be accessible to most retail investors. And indeed, KCB, being the largest bank by asset base in the country, should have a lot to offer.
All right, very quickly, Standard Bank, MTN, Love Triangle, M-Pesa, Safaricom, how do you see that playing out?
Okay, that's a really interesting angle to look at it, but we have a winner and loser here. The winner being Safaricom through Vodacom, who look to capitalize on the indictment MTN and Standard Bank South Africa are facing to have their mobile money transfer lifted pending the court case. So I think Safaricom actually should look to capitalize on their M-Pesa down south, and with a 9 million subscriber base, it should not find market penetration down south very hard.